Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, in today's video, I want to talk about the Afro state in Guilty Gear Strive because it's a kind of important mechanic. So this is a move unique to Faust, and yes, I know on its face this is incredibly silly, and it should be. It's a funny thing. He's a funny character. But there is actually massive, and I mean massive, gameplay ramifications from the Afro state. So how do we cause an Afro to happen? First and foremost, I guess we should go over that. There are two ways to do it. First is from Faust's random item toss. So when you hit quarter circle forward and your punch, he'll just toss out a random item, and one of those random items will eventually be an Afro. Now, being random, you don't really get much say in it, right? So that isn't going to happen too often. That said, there is a way to guarantee it. He has an unblockable attack, this guy right here, and it will always force the Afro state. So if you can get this move off every single time, they will have the Afro put on them. Alright, so now we know the ways to put them on, either through his item toss or through this grab. We can put it on. What exactly does it do? Well, the big thing is this. So in all fighting games, you know, your characters are however tall they are, right? So if I were to do like something like this, I can't hit Giovanna because she's not that tall. Like, she'd have to be way taller than what she is right now for me to hit her. So what about this? We put that Afro on her. What's going to happen next? Turns out, oh, she just got a lot taller, didn't she? The Afro actually expands the hurt box of the character. Basically, the Afro becomes a hittable part of the character, meaning I can hit you in your newfound hairstyle. So another quick example here. So let's jump straight up and hit slash, right? Goes clear over their head. It's not going to connect. But since it raises their profile to have the Afro on them, all of a sudden, now it does connect, right? So effectively, there's so many more possibilities. Let's talk about an easy one. So the enemy is in a crouching state right now, right? And I can be able to force them to guess high or low, even from a crouch. So we're going to put the Afro on them, and we're going to have them block the first hit. So I could go close slash into down dust, right? And that is a sweep. So that is a true low, sure enough. But since I can hit them so high up thanks to the Afro, I can go from close slash to jumping air dust. Oh, and that hit them overhead. They had to stand block that. So now if you have the Afro state on you, you have to constantly worry about overheads and lows. Just the fact that you're crouching now because you're so effectively high up now will no longer save you from quick aerial jumping attacks. So that in and of itself, now that you know this state lets you do all sorts of high-low mix, that would be enough, wouldn't it? That's already pretty crazy, right? The fact that you just block something and then I can immediately jump overhead and do something, or immediately go for like a low or whatever, and you're not safe, you just have to guess. Terrifying stuff, to be sure, but it's not over yet. There's still more to talk about. Faust may be a doctor, and a lot of his medical equipment may be top of the line, but he got the cheap stuff for the Afro, and what I mean by that is it's flammable. It can be set on fire. Even if you were to block, you still have to worry about the hair being on fire, and it'll eventually explode, and you also have to block the explosion or it will launch you up. And anything that causes fire will make the Afro go on fire. So this could be meteor tosses, it could be his jumping dust attack, it could be the bomb. Anything that's flammable will set it off. So there is a lot of Afro-specific combos you can only do with the Afro. So here, we're going to do close slash, jump cancel it into our instant overhead dust. And hey, they explode, right? And we can juggle from that state. So just a quick little example there, right? Maybe not the most optimal combo, but just the fact that the hair explosion launched the enemy up thanks to our flame move here, it lets us juggle. So it's more than just getting one little tap of an instant overhead. So Faust has a huge bundle of tricks, to be sure, right? Just Anything he does, anything can happen. It's just a complete nut house at the best of times, right? And, oh, there you go. I just hit myself. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, he's just crazy. But the Afro state is a new, powerful tool for him. It allows for fun things like instant overheads when they normally would never be possible. And whole new combo states thanks to the fact that if you manage to get the Afro off and hit with some sort of flame attack, it will launch them up for a juggle. And even if they block it, it's still set on fire, then it's a good pressure tool. So he's just got a lot to work with. And just as a little bonus here, so yeah, he has the unblockable here and lets you get the Afro state off. And of course you gotta be beside them, right? But what if you don't wanna be beside them? So Faust has the teleport moves where he can just kinda be in any random direction. He's really tricky like that, right? If you want a purple Roman cancel your teleport though, you can get an immediate command grab from anywhere on the screen. And hey, there you go, right? So yeah, it'll take 50% of your meter, but still, if you just don't want to wait, if you don't want to play around, and you just want to be directly on top of the foe and just start, you know, giving them their beautiful haircut, you can do it anywhere on the screen thanks to the meter, thanks to the power of the Roman cancel. And of course, at that point, then it comes to some mix-up. You can just like let it teleport rock and they'll try to jump out of it or something. But yeah, that's the beauty of the game. There's just so much that is possible. So that all said, my friends, I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. It's a very cool mechanic, and he's got a lot more where that came from, to be sure. This is just only one aspect of the character. And I guess at that point, since I'm rambling, that's the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Guilty Gear.